Guys went through that. You guys owned a business. Do you still wake up with nightmares about that?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
2017. We were building house, having our first baby, and decided to open a restaurant.
Oh my God, the trifecta.
Yeah.
Did you get shingles or anything like that? Like any autoimmune?
No, in fact, I think we both just put blinders on and said, let's just go through this.
Yeah,
like
you're both good at like compartmentalizing, I feel like, and getting through like the storm.
Yeah. And just restaurants are hard, and but the pivot couldn't have been, I mean, just the way the universe works, it all worked out. So
yeah.
After we closed the restaurant, Dan went and worked at High West Distillery, and that's where he met someone who knew the doctor he works for now. So he's a sports neurologist. He'd be super interesting to talk to. He's a concussion specialist.
Yeah, no, I'd love to have him on when he's in town
cool.
one of these times too.
Yeah,
because we geeked out on that when we were all at dinner, or drinking wine the last time we were hanging out, and just like talking about the concussions and all that kind of stuff.
It's super interesting.
It is.
Yeah. So.
And how many years did you guys own the restaurant?
I mean, Dan's been in the restaurant industry since birth, pretty much. So I mean, he knew the ins and outs of it. It's just, and I've been waiting tables forever. I wasn't a part of the business, but I think when you're married to someone that has a business, it's your business.
Sure.
So, so I think it was open for 2 years.
Okay. I always say that I feel like that would be the hardest business, the restaurant. Just so many moving parts, the margins, food waste. There's so much to think about. Timing of food. I mean,
reviews, you know about reviews are painful.
Oh, yeah.
It's worse with food. People aren't as hard on, there's not a lot of, I would say, like bad CrossFit gyms, but you can have a bad gym has like 4.1 stars, like a bad gym. A good restaurant might have 3.5,
Yeah.
Like
people can be so
they're
harsh.
so hard on restaurants. My friend Luke, who is a part owner in like a Mellow Mushroom pizza restaurant franchise, he's just like, people will just crush them over. They'll have a line out the door, and it's like, the food was good, but it took too long. 1 star, and it's just.
Yeah. It was a really good lesson. It made our marriage so much stronger, just getting through it. And I mean, just everything worked out. So I can't be mad about it. But
sure.
Yeah, if you ever just want to take money and just like light it on fire, open a restaurant.
Or buy a building and then watch one arm of the building go up 3%.
Yeah. Like a magic
that just
trick.
happened a few months ago, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, short circuit.
Just interest, I think, yeah.
Or the roof breaks.
Yeah, I can't imagine. So, walk us through, like, when did you join CrossFit Grandview? When did you get into all this?
Well, that was the luckiest thing that ever happened. So, long story short, I, in my mid-20s, got my first 9-to-5 job. And I could not stay in shape. And I was doing the same thing everyone was doing at that point. You get your 24-hour gym, you go do a Stairmaster for an hour or something stupid, and doesn't do anything.
Yep.
I would go and like read a magazine. I mean, I had lots of magazine subscriptions.
Oh yeah, the magazines. Yeah, while you're doing cardio. And my body just stopped responding. Like I think I played college sports, and I think it's like a machine that needed a little more pushing. Right.
And I didn't know what to do.
And what sports did you play in college again?
Field hockey.
Oh,
cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah, that's intense.
Funny thing about that, I got tricked into it because in high school, I had never picked up a stick or even heard of it. These girls wanted me to play, and I said, I was pretty lazy. I was like, I don't really like to run. Is there running?
That's all it is.
They said,
You're a really good runner.
No
Yeah.
Well, it was so empowering because I didn't know I could run, and
Yeah.
I had no stick skills, but I was faster than everybody. So I just would hit the ball and chase after it and beat them there. So yeah, I played field hockey and played in college, and then even after college, I moved out west and we were waiting tables at night, skiing all day, running half marathons. I mean, just constant movement. Wow. And then you get a job and all of a sudden, and I was in the wine industry. So now you're eating, drinking all day, not working out.
Entertaining, right?
A lot of entertaining. And it just came quick. And I just thought, I got to get out of this. I got to figure out something. And this guy I worked with said, I bet you would really like CrossFit. And at that point, it was 2012, Dan had moved here to live with my parents and go to Ohio Dominican because he got into the PA program there. And I told him, I said, you go out for 6 months, and if you hate it, then you can quit. And I wouldn't have quit my job and moved everything.
I didn't know he moved out here first without you and lived with your parents. Wow. That's a big jump.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, I'm from Grandview, so that's where, so it was right here. And
your parents might have my favorite house ever. Too.
Yeah, it's so
it just seems like an awesome place to grow up.
Yeah, and the backyard.
You just have the backyard that is like it used to be a golf course, but it feels like that still. But the trees have grown. It's just such a
special
cool place.
Yeah,
and your parents have kept it a lot like when you grew up. Like in the basement, it looks just like that, and like the Nintendo's still set up.
Nintendo set up, Lego rooms there.
Yeah, I like went in. I'm like, I feel like I'm like going over to my friend's house to play. 35 years ago.
Oh, all the neighborhood kids come over when we come into town, and they all play Nintendo together.
Yeah,
so cool.
It's awesome, and it is in perfect condition. Like,
I got a power pad, and I cleared all this space in the room for it. Like cleared a whole room. I unrolled it. They're like 3 feet by 3 feet.
And that's just like a walking.
Didn't it seem big when you were a kid?
Like an area rug.
Yeah. When you're a kid, it seems like it's half as big as this room. it's tiny.
Jump the hurdles, the long jumps. Yeah. So my parents, that's the only reason they bought the house was for the property. My mom we lived on Lincoln Road, and she had her eye on this house for years.
Oh,
and
so neat.
So in '88 they snatched it when it went up for sale. So they've lived there ever since. Dan moved out ahead. Then he was gonna finish school, so good for him. So I quit my job and drove out across the country, and I had just started CrossFit.
And that was 2012. You guys were married, or?
Yeah, we got married in 2009.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you've been married for a while.
We have been. It goes quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so 2012 he moved here. 2013 it was January. I moved out, and I had just started CrossFit in Salt Lake, and I loved it. I mean, I saw results like every time I went.
Yep.
I thought my first workout had wall balls, and I couldn't even. I think I got through 5, and then I was just basically like jumping at the wall trying to get it up. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
And I was really hooked. So I just looked in my phone, found the closest gym to my parents' house, and it was this one. So I walked in, and Graham was coaching that day, and I came in. I mean, it was probably so annoying. I showed up like 5 minutes before the class started and just jumped in, and I just loved it. Yeah. So I got
awesome.
Dan was saying, I think we were trying to save money, and he was being nice. So he said, I'm doing my own workouts at the gym at college. It's fine.
Was he about a year behind you?
I think it was only 6 months.
Okay.
I think he saw
I remember you
it.
coming first, and then he was behind you a little bit, but then he did
it right. He did the classes.
Yeah.
I never had
like
those.
The intros and stuff, the elements. Yep.
And he made so many friends in that we hung out with.
You snuck through somehow.
Yeah, because I came from that other gym, which the coaching there was kind of hilarious.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought I knew how to do CrossFit. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So we've been here ever since 2013.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's really cool.
And you guys moved back out west in, was it 16 or 17?
15.
15.
Yeah, Dan graduated on 12/13/14. It was December 13th, 2014. So then we moved back after that.
Okay.
Gosh, I didn't realize you had been out there that long, too.
Yeah. So now it's great. We come back. I'm allowed to work remote once a week. He can take virtual appointments with work. So we'll come here 2 to 3 times a year, and the kids get to play. And
it's great.
They have a whole posse of friends now in Grandview, and it's fun.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I feel like everyone at the gym's confused because I just appear every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I remember you.
And I know way too much about everyone because I listen to the podcast. So I'm just a stranger coming into like, oh, how's your business going? You got married. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
What's so cool is you guys feel like you've been unbroken members the whole time. Like, you know, you've been gone for 10 years, but you come back, you visit, you keep up with the training, you do the online stuff, even see scores and stuff from you guys, which is cool. And like, you come into the gym and you're crushing the workouts and you're in line with what we're doing. And it's awesome to see that. So that's like, I love to, I wish more people would do that, you know, if they could stay connected if they came back, and if they don't have a gym that they like or they want to, you know, train at, like they can kind of do that and keep up with it.
Oh, it can be done. Yeah, we check everyone's score every day. Dan's been watching my scores this week because he couldn't come this trip, and he's like, "You're getting after it." And I said, "Wow."
I know. I wish you were in our class. Yeah. Like we're pretty close on the workouts day to day. It's like, you know, she beat me today, and maybe I edged you out the first day, or I don't know, but it's like, I'm like, oh, she's an awesome like rabbit to chase in class, you know.
Well, working out with people is like a rocket booster. I'm usually by myself, just trying to motivate myself. So this is good. I wouldn't have been able to motivate myself 10 years ago. I needed a class, but I think you get older and it becomes more of something you like cherish. So I just, really work hard at it.
Yeah. So what are your goals right now?
Oh gosh, I don't have any.
Well, start with fitness. You always have goals. I know you. I know you too well. You got secret ones.
You've got plans. Like you're always like training for something. I've never done an open. I don't know why. And I've never done.
Hey, that might be your first goal.
Maybe that should be a goal.
That's the first goal.
Yeah, you should do that next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you guys talking about high rocks a lot, so I'm kind of intrigued by it.
You do well.
Yeah, you would do really well at that. But I think maybe you should do the open.
Maybe. I mean,
but you would do really well to high rocks. We're doing like the partner. Have you seen what the actual event is?
A little bit.
It's a lot of running, but you are a good runner.
High Rock's curious. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a 1,000-meter run in between 8 different events. They're all like CrossFit they're all CrossFit like movements. Skier. I'm not saying it in the right order, but skier, row. I can't remember the distance.
You have a sled push. You have a sled pull.
Push pull. Farmer's carry.
Sled pull. A farmer's carry.
Burpee broad jumps.
Burpee broad jumps.
Lunges with a sandbag.
Yeah.
One more.
You have a row.
I already said that.
Wall ball. 100 wall ball
100
finishes
wall ball.
it.
Yeah. So 8 different. Each
you
sort
have
of
1K in between each one.
Yeah. Each segment's meant to almost be like 3:30 or 4 minutes if you go at a pretty good clip. Like each like a 1,000-meter skier, a 1,000-meter row. So when you break it up as partners, you have to run everything together, but then you can chunk up the reps however you want. The weight's a little lighter if you go like individual, but if you go like we're doing like a mixed sex team, so I have to go a little heavier.
Basically, I'm doing girls' weights, and she's doing.
He never really mentioned that, and it was just kind of like it's apples to apples. You're gonna do all the sled pushes.
The pro weights and high rocks are similar to RX and CrossFit.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a wall ball in regular high rocks is 14:10. In pro, it's 20:14, but it's 100 at the end of an hour. It's a lot of stuff.
So things are a little lighter, but I've heard this. That's what I think I'm the most scared about is like the sled push for some reason. I think I'm not going to be good at that.
It's a good. It's not like you're just doing it up and down like 80 feet. You're pushing the thing quite a distance.
Yeah. We do high rocks workouts in here now on Sunday. So next time you come in, you'll have to do one. And we're getting turf in here.
No way.
We just ordered some turf for the barbell side and like a wall ball station. So we have like our rev classes are now becoming our high rocks classes. So it's going to be a little more official. We got inspired by our last trip visiting that gym. I mean, we were walking by the gym. We have to walk by it like. It's real close to our hotel. I mean, that's half the reason why I went there because they had this awesome gym. And I'm like, oh, we got to walk through this gym right now. It's so packed. And they had these huge high rocks classes and the energy was just great. And it's not that we're leaving CrossFit, but it's nice to have a little bit of something a little different, you know, a little bit of a different, yeah, instead of boot cut jeans, you know, I don't know, you're going to high waisted, like it's something a little different. You're still wearing jeans, but like, you know, I think it's good in fitness to switch it up sometimes.
I still think CrossFit's if even for High Rocks is an event. I don't think it is. CrossFit's a training program. High Rocks is an event. We have classes that you train for that event, or they're inspired.
They view it as a whole training program.
Yeah, but they're inspired by those movements. But I think CrossFit, like our CrossFit class, now you can do our High Rocks or Rev classes. I think our CrossFit, like, it builds the strength, all of the things.
It's
you need to do some
well-rounded.
Extra running.
Yeah.
But I think it's
I see our power hours as like almost being I see it as being very equal to the CrossFit. But you just have to do a little bit of conditioning outside of that. Yep. But yeah, all well-rounded. I think absolutely CrossFit. But like you and I were talking about this a few times a year. I just really think when anyone, male, female, hits mid-30s, you need to start like calming down the nervous system for a couple months. So I think that's what we were talking about, like just lifting a little slower, you know, and taking a concentrated period of time.
I love the programming I did with you. I want to do that again.
Yeah, like the true
like
coach.
the tempo stuff and all that.
Yeah.
It gets a little boring after a long time of it. It's just because it takes a lot of patience, but your body feels really good when you do it.
Yeah. And it's a nice compliment to CrossFit because everything we do is so fast. And that tempo, God, I mean, when we first did it over COVID, I was like, no offense, I wanted to stab my eye out, but I know it's good. Like if I hear 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, I would have nightmares about it. Like, did you ever take one of those classes? There's a spot right here in Grandview. It's kind of like Pilates bar. Did you ever take any of those bar classes where they do circles and rotate? And I would hear that in my head everywhere I drove. It was like the tempo training.
I've heard about bar classes.
Don't waste your time. No offense to anyone out there that does it. It's better than sitting in a chair and eating chips, but like that's about it. Yeah. It is like the biggest freaking waste of time. And you have a lot of 20-year-olds that look great, that just watch what they eat, and then you're like, I'm going to look like that. That is not ever happening. not with this programming.
So out in Utah, what do you have so much stuff to do outside. What do you guys like to do outside of the gym out there?
It's a magical place to live. I just love it. When I first moved there, like I said, we were rock climbing, or you just get a group of people and everyone's biking or running or hiking, or there's just endless. In the winter, it's like a whole new thing. Like now people are getting these fat tires, and so mountain biking is becoming like a year-round thing. And,
oh, wow.
Which I don't bike a ton, but it's there and you see it. No, skiing obviously is huge. When Dan and I were young, we were skiing like 5 days a week. Like just ski all day and then go work in restaurants at night.
Yep.
That was fun. But out right now, I mean, you adjust as your kids grow. We just try to throw them in as much as we can. We try to make it just all normalized. So we had them out hiking when they were like kids. We always tell them your legs can take you anywhere. So we just make them walk everywhere.
Yeah. And you build up that resilience doing that.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that's always helped me. I never knew what I was made of until I got pushed into it. So we just thought if we started it early with them, they won't know the difference. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of hikes with them, stuff I would have never done when I was 6.
Yeah, well, that's just the culture here is different. I mean, so we were just out of town, and I have our son, our Oscar's allowance tied into him working out 6 days a week. So he's got to take out cat litter. He's got to sweep, vacuum the whole upstairs, and he's got to work out 6 days a week. And then he gets, he gets $20 a week. But if he misses one day, no bueno. So I said, buddy, when we're out of town, you don't have to do the cat litter. You won't be at home. You don't have to vacuum, but you still got to work out 6 days a week. And I knew it was going to be really hard because he's going out to the farm. And all they do is sit around. My parents do have a pool, but Oscar gained 5 pounds while we were gone, which we did too, but it's such a high percentage of his weight.
We heard you talking about that. That's really funny. That was the same day that my kids both got 3 ICs. So
yeah.
the sunset is heart is beating too fast.
Yeah. Well, you're having a heart attack due to sugar.
That sugar's hitting your system hard.
Yeah. But I remember running out, like, now this is in the country, but it's just more like the Midwest. We're so kind of behind the curve of like working out and being active, and just people aren't as active here. But I remember running out on a dirt road. People would honk. Everyone would look at me. They would just be like, "You are crazy. You are insane." And I would literally run for 20 minutes.
Call the police.
Like, everyone acted like I ran a marathon every day. But what I was doing was so extreme for that community. It was like everywhere I went, Kate's crazy. And if I go back for a reunion, like, oh, we always knew you were crazy. And I was literally like running 20 minutes, 5 or 6, probably 6 days a week, but lifting for like 15 minutes afterwards, But I would have Oscar run to the mailbox and back at my mom's house twice, and that's a mile. And one day she got so mad at me, and she's like, "This is extreme. He is just a child." I'm like, "Yes, it takes 10 minutes, 10 minutes to do this out of his day of watching TV and eating cereal all day or whatever." But I think it's just the mindset. I guess what I'm saying, like, when you're out west, everything's different.
Kids are tough. I mean, they can do a lot more than I think
they are. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like you said, it's just normalizing, like, they need to be told no, normalizing no, normalizing like discipline. And I think it's all the environment you're in.
I was lucky. I mean, I'm thinking about the 90s and running. Both my parents were really active. Like, my mom was running, I think, before I remember a lot of parents running. She was jumping into marathons and
oh, cool.
Yeah, your mom it's pretty cool.
She's 75
like a trailblazer,
or 76, and still works out.
Does she still lift weights?
She's always changing up her workout routine. Okay, so I think so.
So I worked with your mom how many years ago?
I think it was 2, and she kept it a surprise. And she came and picked us up at the airport, and I was like, wow. Like,
you could tell right away. Yeah.
Yeah, she looked great. I mean, she still looks great, but she, I think, learned a lot. And I've worked with you twice. Dan's worked with you. So, yeah, we love working with you.
Yeah. Well, you guys are great. And I think that really, like, once I started working with your mom, the 2 things I wanted her to take away is lift weights and eat more. Don't be like, because I think she's always controlled her weight, but underate.
And grazing. Our family only knew how to graze. Like, that's
not have like sit down and have a meal. Yeah.
I didn't know. I just didn't know how to eat. Like, I knew what healthy food was, but I didn't know how to eat strategically or intuitively. So I'm just super grateful I found you, because I still wonder, like, where would I be if I had not found you guys?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you look great. I mean, this is what I want to see when I see clients, like, a few years after they're done with me, look great like this. And I always tell them that, and I can't tell if they really believe it, but I'm like, you can't just keep me on payroll forever. That's not like graduating. I want to see you 2 or 3 years later, still looking great, ripped up, feeling awesome.
So,
and then we're traveling more, and I'm like, well, I really want to share this, because I think travel is such a cool, important part of life that a lot, like, kind of back to like the Midwest, like, we just don't tend to do that, or we tend to live life a little different, and I really want to share that. And now when we're traveling, like, to interview different gym owners, or something I want to get into is, like, even like, there's a couple places we go, that we're going to go that we won't be able to, like, interview the gym owner, like when we go to Turks and Caicos, or, like, this is our layout. This is what we usually do. And this is how we look at the week, like how you look at like a week away from, because I think a lot of people just see it as like, oh, chop that up to a loss.
Oh, that's how we used to be in Mexico. And I thought, well, Dan was actually better. Dan's, I think, more disciplined than I am sometimes, but yeah, we said, let's just try doing a morning workout every day. I cannot tell you how much better.
You just feel so much better. And I think a lot of it is you take care of yourself better throughout the day. Yep. And to your point about grazing, I think that you personally tend to like not really have a real meal, or you'll undereat, and you'll feel that the next morning. Yep. So you probably were like, all right, if I don't sit down and eat like a legit lunch, a legit dinner, I'm going to have no gas in the morning.
Yep.
Where for me, it's like, all right, you can have 2 more drinks, but you're going to have to work out on that tomorrow. Go to bed an hour earlier, cut this off an hour earlier, start drinking water. You feel so much better. And it's a nice check-in with your body. Like you always say that, Brandon, it's like you're like revving your engine, you're running your motor, you're feeling how everything's running. Like, okay, should we take a day off alcohol today? And that's just like a big thing to kind of manage when we're awake, because we don't ever drink during the week. So we've started taking like, if we can, and we always can, like one day off during the week. We're like, all right, vacation, today's intentional. Yeah. And that used to be a pizza and ice cream day then. So it would like bribe myself to not have any alcohol. But then I'm like, okay, well, what's the point of like cleaning out your system if you're going to do that? So when we were just away, I'm like, let's eat healthy all day and do this, and we'll feel. And then we came back the next day, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
But
well, the workouts too tend to, when we're on these trips, we kept up with what we were doing with CrossFit, and then I think by day 3, the CrossFit workout, it was a pretty long one with like rowing, box jumps, and wall ball, and we did it as a partner workout after we did squats. So it only took us probably like
12 and a half minutes.
Yeah. And so we're splitting that up.
Combined, we're a good a competitive athlete, because ChatGPT said for a competitive
like, how long
athlete,
is this gonna
you'll
take?
be 12 minutes. For a normal person, it's like 18.
So we definitely don't go as hard. It's like we're going to do the full WOD as a partner WOD, and we'll go pretty hard, but we're work resting. And then by the end, we might do some of the similar movements, but then we're like just doing strength and like hopping on a treadmill or going for a run, or it's.
Now, do people look at you like you're the crazy couple, or?
Well, I think
not the places we're going, because
the places we're going,
going to like the most hardcore gym ever.
Yeah, the people usually work out, or even like I'm trying to think like when we were in Spain, even last year, I didn't know what to expect, but we were in Barcelona, and it is like the workout haven. It was so motivating. I remember I don't
know how they don't have people who are just winning the CrossFit games every year.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Our hotel had the most amazing gym. I didn't want to run because I was feeling like, I forget, my knees or something were beat up, but I do love running. And by the end of the week, Brandon's like, are you sure? And I have to get out there and run with people, because every morning the whole boardwalk was just filled up.
They had a lot of run clubs there, so it'd be like groups of 15 to 30 people ripped running, and then they have giant outdoor calisthenics gyms. So it's like, again, you're seeing like the most fit people in the city, and it's a big city, I don't know, over 1 million people, I'm sure. But you're just seeing like run clubs going up and down the beach, the like kind of the walk up and down the beach, and then these calisthenics gyms where people are doing like human flags, bar muscle-ups on shiny, slippery bars, just strict bar muscle-ups, and then, running. And I'm like, these people are absolutely bonkers fit. Like, just ripped up,
I wonder if that's a Barcelona thing or a...
I think it's a Barcelona.
I lived in Sevilla in the south for 6 months, and I joined a gym because I just had to stay active, and this is in college, and the girls would come and sit in the gym in workout clothes.
And watch you.
And watch the guys work out. And I would be in there working on the treadmill or doing some weightlifting or something. And this guy came up to me and he's like, you do not need to work out anymore.
I remember you telling me this.
Like you're overdoing it?
Stop everything.
Overdoing it, yeah.
You're in too good of shape.
Oh, for a girl?
For a girl, yeah. And I was not in shape, trust me. The amount of food and wine we drank there was absurd.
Only boys should be working out real hard? Yeah,
that was the mentality.
Okay.
It was not a fit place. I thought it was going to be much more Mediterranean and everyone's
fit.
You
know what's interesting? I was just thinking about this. I think things have changed so much, even within the last I mean, definitely when we first started dating till now, like the way that I remember, now we were also probably working out more intense because we were like insane about things. But I just feel like everyone's mentality with fitness is just so like this is what you need to do to be healthy. So if you're not doing it, there's almost like a sort of shame about it versus like 15 years ago or when you were in college, 20 years ago?
Oh, longer.
That it is more, I think, a sign of the times. But yes, I do think specific to Barcelona, I really do, like, this is just my belief, that the Olympics brought like a lot of infrastructure for fitness there, like the fitness facilities. They had this big like health wellness club. It was really cool.
It was probably the biggest one I've ever seen. It had massive Olympic pools. I'm sure they did Olympics stuff there.
Yes, yeah.
Giant gym, but there was other big gyms on that strip, that mile or two right there.
So neat.
Was the fittest concentrated block of any part of the world I've ever seen.
Oh, cool.
And it's not even close.
Yeah.
Not LA,
Yeah.
not like
So true.
Venice, like
Muscle
nowhere
Beach.
in the world have I was like,
You guys should do a High Rocks there.
I bet they'd have them.
I think they do.
I bet they
That's
do.
a great idea.
That place was nuts. And whoever, I mean, if the people there are doing it, they're going to dominate because they were
absolutely
super fit.
No, I'd love to travel for High Rocks. I have very specific places I want to see in the world. So I might not let High Rocks determine that, but I think it would be fun. And we're doing one in Boston. I don't know if you heard.
That'll
like,
be the
in
first
the
one
fall.
we've done.
Yeah.
It's not like we're doing these or
So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
But I think it could be a lot of Brandon's parents are doing it on a team. So I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Personally, I just want to see how stressful it is because I've kind of organized like the rooms a little bit and what we're doing. And it's such a long spread out event that we won't be able to be there for everyone. And I want to make sure it still feels like we can go and do some things together, but not overwhelming. Like we won't be able to watch everyone and just make sure the vibes feel good. But if it does, I'd love to. But the next big place on my list is Greece.
I heard. It's a good one.
Have you been?
Yeah. When I studied abroad, my friend met up afterwards. She had graduated from college, and so we backpacked for 2 or 3 months and covered some ground and lived really cheap. And it was.
Where all did you go?
I mean, all over. I met her I was in Spain, met her up in London. Then we just worked our way down through Spain, through France, through Greece, up to Austria, up to Amsterdam, and we were everywhere.
So cool. Oh my gosh. I just
staying in hostels and stuff like that.
Yeah, you could
Love
find
for my
place in
kids to
Greece
do
for
that.
like
Yeah.
$4 a night or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so neat.
And that's what I thought backpacking was. And then years later, Dan and I both traveled a lot before we met each other. And we thought it would be really sad if we both traveled and then we're like, oh, I used to travel and then I met you and we haven't gone anywhere since. So we decided before we got married, we are going to go backpack Australia. And we did that for 3 months, and that is different. You cannot find $3 hostels there. Those are like.
Now, were you on what area of Australia?
We did a loop. So we started in Sydney and then kind of worked our way down the coast up to Adelaide and then went back. And then we found Byron Bay, and that's where we were like, okay, these are our people. And we lived in
where's that?
Byron Bay is like probably 6 hours north of Sydney.
Okay.
But it's a surf town, and we found this little hippie tent community. So we lived there in a tent community, and we worked in a coffee shop in exchange for having showers in a tent spot.
Oh my gosh.
And
so cool.
Yeah, that's where I was saying we were made fun of because we were the healthy couple. We'd go out and do sprint workouts in the field.
Yeah.
And,
so cool.
The guy kind of realized most people were like British backpackers who were 18, and we were 23, 24, and Dan's probably 28. So I think we were a little bit more mature than a lot of people there. So I think the owners of like the people who ran this camp place, they kind of recognized that, and they would invite us into their house and let us pick out any surfboard that we wanted to take out. And cool. Yeah, and then there's this guy who looked like Vincent Price who drove a blue Rolls Royce. And so he would see us walking to the beach and he'd pick us up. And I remember looking around being like, I got 2 surfboards. I'm getting driven by Vincent Price in a blue Rolls Royce. Like, life's good. This is good.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, but that was good marriage counseling. If you ever want to
oh my
figure
gosh,
out if you
I
can
can't
get married to
imagine.
someone, live in a tent with them with no money.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, that's a different type of stress.
Yeah. But
but-
it's probably freeing in a lot of ways. Like, hey, we're just going to do this the cheapest we can.
Cheapest we could.
I'm just thinking of I use chat as like my travel trip planner. And I'm like, okay, I would like a hotel with a legit gym because, you know, when you're in Greece or France or Italy, like Brandon's like, okay, is this a real gym or is this like the weights go up to 15 pounds? And so basically, like we're becoming so high maintenance. Like we would like to be able to see the water. We don't need an ocean view or anything, but we'd like to be on the water with a legit gym. And chat's like, well, for that, you might need to spend more money. I'm like, damn. Because we would like to have some weights, but it's funny if you can be like less high maintenance and kind of look at like the different levels. And that's like, I always want to travel and just kind of do it however we need to do it, you know, once we get there, but not be too attached to anything. And you know, the same thing with our kids. Like, I think it's attachment, even to working out, like even to having weights or like, hey, we can use some bands or just do body weight or just not being attached to certain things are really good for you, you know?
Agreed.
But it's tough when you have something that works for you. Then you're like, ooh, but I need that secret formula wherever I go.
So how long were you in Australia, though?
We were there for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was
what time of year did you go?
Expensive. We went in February, and I know I had to be back for my brother's wedding. I can't remember when he got married, but we thought we were going to go and work a harvest because they are on the opposite side of wine growing there, and the harvest came early that year, so we totally missed it, which ended up being a good thing. So we heard all these horror stories about like you'd be picking grapes and like everything there is going to kill you, like spiders.
Oh, yeah, all the animals and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that worked out. We didn't.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
But we didn't. We thought we were going to have work, and then we didn't end up being able to find work. So when we found this tent community, that was perfect because we could at least eat at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And had a place to stay.
One of my best friends said the same thing. She had always wanted to go to Australia, and
She got a
she lost her job. Yeah, and she went over there, and she's like, "Whoa, holy shit!" She lived on the West Coast in like Perth.
I would have loved to go there, but it was.
She did not like it. She liked the East Coast.
Yeah.
So she said, "If you ever come, just go." Because I really was saving up
She had
money.
the same problem. It was just the expenses and
it's
stuff. Yep.
me. She and I always wanted to go there, and then it kind of like deterred me a little because I think she really didn't love it. But she was there for I think a couple years, and it was just tough. So
it was a beautiful spot. I'm glad we went. I loved it. I thought I was gonna move there and never want to come back, but I was good.
You're like, I'm coming back.
I was good. Yeah.
It's funny how those things work, huh?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Really neat.
Well, hey, thank you for coming on. I have to go coach a pile of kids today. Yeah. But no, this is awesome to get to chat and bring you
This
on.
was so fun. I love you guys. We're so lucky we found you.
Well,
Yeah.
We love you too.
Love having you. Thanks, Julie.